guys, you could be getting up ready to get to work, or some of you guys, if you're in the future, for my peoples that are in the future, on the other side of the world, you guys are ready, man. You're almost ready to get out, from work. You're like, fuck, it's taking forever. Okay, so let's see. I was picking up on this energy. I don't know if you guys could hear me. I forgot my damn mics. This is for my other phone that I like to listen to music. So some of you guys could be that way where you listen to music. Program time. Luis, what is going down? Like Luis, for some of you guys, somebody is panicking. Panicking big time. Like maybe their lies are gonna come out. And Luis, if they made you look bad at one time, they're panicking. They might have said, vámonos a la chingada, Luis, que te vaya a la chingada. And you're like, oh, real? For real? Heck. Catching lots of lives. I'm telling you, when God tells me, hey, you're going to do this way, I have to pay attention. What's up, Jessica? Yes, I'm telling you. And I operate off of God. People be like, why aren't you doing this, bitch? If God doesn't tell me to do something, I ain't doing it. Like, I put a favor for God. God, let me go to the strip club at least, maybe I could save some souls in there, some bitches, and he's like, not yet. You're not ready for that. So, good morning to you guys. The two cards that fell out. Now, this is going to be the energy you could be in, or somebody that you're going to be coming across. Aha, you could be in this energy, bitch. What is up? You could be male or female. And you know what you want. You're going after what you want. You got your spirit team right here. And you have firemen right here, the bravest. So people could be looking at you, collective. You could be a fire sign. You could be an earth sign, fire sign, or have both. And you're going after what you want. And you're not alone. You're not alone. Like I'm telling you, Luis, life is too short. Or you could have this energy like, I'm picking up too short, like from the East Bay. You got, maybe in the past, you gave up all your energy for a particular person. And then they thought that you didn't have no more game. And Luis, you said, word, and I'm telling you, you out here like, okay, I'm going to go after what I want. Aqua Gang 21, look at this. They can't put you out. Aqua, we always think of aqua as being, like water, because people will get confused. But look, you got them fucked up. I think this year, like entering October, is going to be scary. And I'm telling you, people are panicking. For some of you guys, you have Archangel Michael or one of your archangels that you pray, you of course you put God first, but then God says, hey, here I set these angels apart for you. Yes, number 29. Look at that. There's 8 likes, baby. 8 likes. I'm telling you, hit the like button and everything. That's a sign. Look, what did I say about music? You could be like me. You have to have music in the background, especially when it comes to making love, man or woman. Like, you want to go to that beat, and make that person, breathe so he could last longer. So for some of you guys getting on that topic of love, you have somebody, man or woman at this point, and they said you get a little blushy, makes you feel a certain way because they love to grab you, like touch you in public, grab your ass, I heard. I hit the like button. There you go, baby. There you go. Man, you know how much blessings you're going to get? You're going to move forward. And look, you're going to move forward when it comes with a new lover. This fool knows how to dress. Yes, and he likes to take showers. Because y'all were dealing with somebody that just let themselves go. They thought, oh, you know what? I already got collective, I don't got to do nothing. Were they fucking wrong? I'm telling you, they're terrified. So you have this, and look, I don't know how to say that word, but in Spanish, misa. Misa means like church, because there's a lot of people right here, and they're praying for you. This could be your ancestors. They're like, we're going to align you with the right lover. And this person, is not only knowing how to dance. Like if you're not Latin or Mexican, this fucker's gonna know how to dance quebradita. Like right there, like both of you guys align, you know, hip to hip. Y'all could be making a baby on the dance floor. With music, this person's gonna be on fire when it comes to you. Both of you guys are gonna love music. And something about el pedorro. Some of you guys could have somebody que you call el pedorro. Could be a dog. Jamaica through, yes, dude, that's where I want to go. That's my next stop, Jamaica. I've been there a while back, and I love it over there. Where you guys from? Put it in the comments. Call out your wherever you represent. Look at this, guys. If you're on this channel, this vibration, bro, you truly are infinite. 888, baby. We here to bring smiles to people. Wyoming's in the house. Yes. Attending mass church. There you go. Tennessee's in the house. Look at this. I love Tennessee, man. They got the best whiskey out there. Moonshine. London. Man. Look at this. For some of you guys, look. Oh my God. Iowa, Cali. Cali's in the house, man. Miami 305. Number 8 right there. Brooklyn, New York. So some of you guys, you could be in this energy like this. And I've been there before, you know, with addictions and all kinds of, you know, because of abuse. And somebody could have left you. Like you love this person and you missed the, you know, you missed the way they used to grab your ass. Denver's in the house, baby. New Jersey. Vancouver, Minnesota. It gets cold up there. New Jersey. So look, guys, you could have been in this energy. And it's crazy because your person could have took off with your energy. They're over here in the cantina trying to make shit happen, and that's yours. And they could say, what's going on, Yoli? And the cantina trying to make it play. NYC, baby. Look at this. So we were talking about influence and drunkenness. And you could be in this stage right here, and people are panicking because you guys are getting back up. Sandra's like, fuck that. I'm not gonna sit there and be laying around tripping on this person. For some of you guys, it could be a father figure. You're like, fuck, they don't want me to marry nobody. Cause look, you want what you want, Sandra. Texas in the house, baby. Yes. What part of Texas? Look. And then you have a father figure, and you love your father figure. For some of you guys, you could be in this energy because you lost a father figure, and I feel you. I feel you because you love them, you know? And it's, you know, you could have siblings that they didn't give a shit. They just wanted their inheritance. And believe me, I know that too. I feel you. I would give everything for my pops to be here. Philadelphia, baby, West. Oh, man, you over there by El Paso? I got pulled over in Van Horn, and fuck, they almost, you know, took me in. Reno, baby, there you go. Let's go gamble. So we have, look, Bernard, and then the father figures. For some of you guys, you have a father figure. South Padre Island, baby. Ooh, we used to party over there. I used to live in Harlingen. Well, actually, yeah. I got sent to Harlingen when I was young. Right next, you know, those little fuckers that were carrying? Right there by West Laco and Far. They still play the 80s music. San Antonio's in the house. Fighting in the war with cancer. My pops did the same thing, and they came out of the blue. People say they were doing witchcraft. Odessa's in the house. Look at this. So for some of you guys, you could have had a lot of love for a father figure, and they're watching over you. And that's why I heard the Archangel Michael or the whole crew is taking care of you guys. I'm telling you. And look, you're meant to influence. And for some of you guys, they're missing you. Aries is here. What's up, Aries? Look, you're on fire, baby. And somebody's panicking because look, you're coming after what you want, and it's not them. For some of you guys, maybe, but not a lot of you guys. My zodiac sign, I have everything from Cancer to Scorpio, Virgo. One of the things that I learned when God dropped me in this industry, because I was in, you know, in different industry, And I didn't understand. And God was like, I want you to learn every energy so you could help other people get into the energy I need them to step into. Because a lot of you guys, you could be like this. I didn't know about zodiac signs and all kinds of shit. El Paso baby in the house. Everybody from Juarez, hey, if they're watching, La Señora and the two brothers, Los Chapados para allá. Taurus, baby. I have Taurus too, Moon. And I learned how to shift. And this is what God put me to do, to influence you guys to get back on your feet. And be careful what you listen to. Because for a lot of you guys, you can listen to crazy ass music and you know how to control your vibration. Other people don't, you know, but you do. And I see you guys in this, picking yourself up. This is the last year. If you're watching this right now, Cancer 21, look at this. Or June 21. 21, I love the number 21. Thank you, Sandra, for the 10. Thank you. Ooh, you're making me smile and blush. Look at this. And look, I'm telling you, this is the last year. Whenever you're watching this video, this is the last year you're going to be in this energy. Well, some of you guys will be in this energy, I'm hearing, but out of happiness. And you're going to be sitting here partying with your angels, your ancestors. Yes, 21, Mrs. Scott. Yes. Look, you're going to get back, because for a lot of you guys, you're meant to be in this industry. Look, with the magician here and influence, kind of looks like me, right? But the white version. And you have a father figure that is actually helping you. And guys, I'm going to throw it like this. Some of you guys, you have parental figures that you wish they would have supported you and pushed you. Like they're supposed to help you, not compete against you. But they didn't know any better is what I'm hearing. So yes, that's what I'm hearing. So don't forget, guys. I want you to look at music and really play to your own, like to your, this is a guitar, but I need you guys to really understand that you are the main character. Yes, you're the main character. If one day you felt like you needed to be here because everybody left you, good. I'm hearing good, because that guy is getting you aligned to where God wants you to be right here. And for some of you guys, there's people that are crashing out because you took on where God pushed you. And here you are, you thought you got rejected. Because you could be in this energy, oh, nobody wants you and the group left me, and you're meant to be the star, the main character. For some of you guys, you're going to meet somebody when you're out here, dancing, maybe at somebody's wedding. And for a lot of you guys, whatever you've been through. Now, let's keep it real, guys. How many of us, because people will talk on there, oh, you shouldn't touch drugs and all that and alcohol. And you know what? A lot of us carry curse, generational curse. Your pops or your mother, had different abuse habits. And they didn't really tell you because they swept it under the rug. And then you're finding out, why am I like this? Like, man, why do I love to sell dope? And your dad was a dope dealer undercover. Maybe he sold tamales. And those tamales were actually kilos. Who knows? That's just for somebody, one or two people. Okay? And you're changing the game. You don't want that for your kids. You don't want that. No. For some of you guys, you could be women and you have a history of being single with no man or nothing, and you're looking back and you're looking at your abuelita, your grandma, you're like, Grandma, are you sure? Why did Grandpa die? And they're looking at you crazy. Oh, he had, this and that. And you're like, no, I don't believe you. Why? Because your intuition is picking up. No, they did a ritual so their pecker didn't get up. Your grandpa was a whore. He liked to be out here at the cantina playing this, and your grandma was, nah, he's only for me. And guess what? The ritual backfired, so he passed. And you have a history. I'm telling you, you guys could be laughing, and you're meant to laugh because you don't need to be in a low vibration of sorrow. But I'm telling you, look, and you'll be like, Grandma. And they'll be like, yes. And they were cheating too. But they don't want to tell you that. But if you dig deeper, you got to be open and say, Grandma, I need to know because I need to break this generational curse. And guess what? You could go from being angry to really going like, damn, this is the key that I needed to unlock my future and for my kids. Yeah, see, Grandma killed them, and you're finding out. Some of you guys, you called them out because you're like getting these downloads, and you thought that it was just the alcohol, the weed. Here, the weed and the alcohol and the music you were listening to. And look, I'm gonna say something, and it's gonna be something that is very, not a lot of people, they're very sensitive. Very sensitive. But after you hear this and you see my point of view, you're gonna be able to talk about it. And it's about, suicide or taking, expiring yourself. And you could be in this energy, and in this moment, you're gonna get a light bulb, and you're gonna say, wow, I met all these ancestors over here, and they pushed me to come back. And it's nothing to be ashamed of, because there could be a history behind it. So you take it to the next level. You really embrace you almost taking yourself out, and really come back and you start to sing about it, and you put it into your music, and you start to that, you know what, you could overcome it. So the devil's gonna be pissed, of course. And some of you guys, you met the devil. I'm telling you, this is raw shit, yeah, of course. Look, and a lot of you guys, you listen to people, and they've never been through that shit like you have. That's why God is, after everything you've been through, you're gonna be influencing. Not because you read that shit, because you've been through it. Yes, and then your family is shaming you. Oh, no, such and such is, they've been through heavy drugs and alcohol, but they didn't say why. Because they betrayed you, and you didn't know how to handle the betrayal, because the betrayals, it goes deep, especially if they isolate you. You could feel like you want to hunt them, or like you're being hunted, but once you stand up to that betrayal, you become the hunter. And that's why I feel they're panicking. And a lot of you guys, you're not even coming after them. Look, this is like the Daniel. Like, if you read the word of God, a lot of people get so afraid to really tap into this book and really tap into God. But you're still a gangster. I'm telling you, Jesus was a gangster. He hung around with nothing but gangsters. You think he wasn't going to be afraid to sleep around or next to, like, in this whole group? They could have killed him. But he trusted in God, and he knew who he was. And people knew that they also had went through, and they did, Jesus didn't tell them, I don't like you because this. No, he picked the craziest motherfuckers because he could relate. He goes, come on, mijo, I got you, mija, come on. Look, and I think it was in Daniel where they threw, or there was 3 Jewish people they threw in the fire. But this is you, and you're coming out, and they're like, fuck, there's 2 people there. That's your angel right there. In the background is the devil going, where are you going? You're becoming the hunter, but you're going after what you want, and people were expecting you to be in this energy of you blowing shit up. But what are you doing? You're putting the music, and you're doing things with love. And you're putting out good music. You're like, shit. Because you've been here before, guys, man or woman. See, look, the chaos, you embrace the chaos, you know it. You could go there. You could go there. You could go tick for tat. And for some of you guys that did go, you repent. You say, God, I'm sorry, I didn't know. And God loves that. Like, when you could seriously go to God, because I'm not perfect. Fuckers, I'm far from perfect. But when you go to God and Jesus, you say, you know what, I fucked up. And you could go through this period of time. Like, yo, I had to go. Yes, and I love my spiritual journey. Because in the midst of me going through my spiritual journey and finding this out, I picked myself up. Because God is next to you. Jesus is not gonna say, come on, let me handle this for you. He'll handle the battles, yes. But in this phase, he's watching you and your angels, your ancestors, and it's almost like you got knocked the fuck out from Tyson, and they're like, "Get your ass up," blowing you. Look, and you're meant to carry on, to deliver what a message. Some of you guys think that somebody ruined your whole entire world. Believe me, I've been there, and it could feel like that. But when you look at these betrayals, these things that you went through, and you flip the script, and people are gonna understand why you went through that. The real ones, the fake ones, are gonna read about it and all this and that, and let me show you how to build, but not you. You've been through it, so people are gonna be attracted to you. You talk about things that nobody wants to talk about it. And some people will talk about it because they read the plan and oh yeah, if they went through this or that, they've never been there. And you know what? They love to talk about your story because if they talked about theirs, people would be bored as fuck. So some of you guys, when you feel somebody's, talking about you, because we're all connected. We're all connected. And some of them will profit off of you. Don't get mad. Just step into your power and pull this energy back, this craziness, because my ladies, we're going to get into love and you guys are going to love it. Okay, you're going to pull that energy back and you start to deliver your messages to who needs to, not to everybody. Remember, God said something about don't throw your pearls, to pigs, something like that. But then you start to be in this, after this betrayal, see how dark it is? And then you turn it into a plan for the people that God needs you to help, to uplift. And you start building a solid foundation. And when it comes to love, guys, somebody's panicking. Somebody is panicking. I hope you guys can hear me. Because just by them watching you, like in Spanish, solo converte. Just by seeing you, you were this person that uplifted them. You were their influence. And they don't have that no more. And they're panicking because now that you started to heal, and you're not all the way healed, but you're making progress and you're feeling good. And the minute that you help one person, you're gonna understand why you had to go through this fire. And you're gonna get out of this energy of being the hunter. You don't have to hunt for nothing. Things will start to, you will start to attract things. Look at this, architect. And because the betrayal was just a challenge. How long will you be in this energy? Because I want you to understand, we're allowed to be in this energy. I want you to allow yourself to embrace this. Because this is where you start to really, peel off the layers that you needed to a long time ago. And never be ashamed to be here. Because everybody's been there, but just at different levels. So I see you guys really finding the blueprint when it comes to betrayal. And you find this challenge. And this card is amazing. Why is it amazing? Because now you're up to the challenge. And it doesn't matter monetarily where you're at. Because when you heal the interior, because this is your house. Yes. Oh, my nipples are getting hard, guys. Yes, let's not go there. It gets me excited. And you start to see this challenge, and it's all spiritual. This is you connected to the spiritual world. And you start to throw chingadazos, and man, my ladies, there's no, at least for me, I love a lady that can throw down. Like if she's my ride or die, and she sees me getting my ass beat, she's gonna come in spiritually, even physically. No, but then you have these cowards that you dealt with in the past. They wanted to betray you, man or woman. If it was a man that was betraying you and leaving you out in the street, don't take it personal. That's just part of their journey. And when it comes back to them, they'll get a taste of it. And for my fellas, yeah, if the woman betrayed you and you were leaving everything, and you could have been like me, you were leaving everything and you were ready. You told the devil, bitch, I'm gonna be ready, but I gotta leave my family, with the life insurance, everything, so they could be set. And then God interferes. Bitch, you ain't doing that. No, you're too kind. You're too loving. See, a lot of people don't know that story of you. And if they do, that's why they're panicking. And in my case, I don't want nothing to do with them in the sense of me retaliating. I'm leaving it up to God. And my job that I've been on this journey is how do I help other people get out of this energy without being vindictive to that person? And he says, God told me, he goes, look, you're gonna drop being this hunter, this stalker to get them back, and you're gonna be my architect. You're gonna have the blueprint on how to overcome these betrayals for other people, so they can also be able. Chain reaction, guys. It's a chain reaction, and this is what we call generational curse breaking. And you don't have to be blood, guys. We're connected through all kinds. Yeah, see. And you take this challenge, and look, somebody from your past, now they're feeling it. They sat there and they had your energy. For some of you guys, if you're a woman finer than a motherfucker, your energy, I want you to think as energy wise, even physically for some of you guys. And then you meet this fucking dude, and he thinks that he's Mr. Player Too Short, we saw earlier from the Pinchy East Bay. But it was your energy, and other bitches were like, what does he have? That she's looked into him. And they were thinking he had a pinche salchicha like this, but no, hombre was like this. I'm just challenging, bitch, because mine is like this. I don't care. I love mine. God created it for me. But in this case, going back to you guys collective, is this person's realizing, no, it was all yours. And while you're in this energy, they're stealing from you. But when you pull your energy back, bitch, and you start to work on yourself, from the ground up, this is you. Look how everything's going crazy. You start to align with God, and okay, this is what I got to do. And then you start to be spiritually aligned. You don't need me. You don't need nobody to. Yes. And you start fighting your addictions and everything. Like, bitch, this is the red and the blue. Macan. And then you step into this. But they're worried. Mm-hmm. For my fellas too, yeah. You got with somebody and they thought, they could hypergamy, they could do better. And the only way they got you, for my fellas, is because they could have divorced you and they took everything. I'm talking when they took you to the cleaners, bitch. They took you to the cleaners. For some of you guys, they're in this energy for my guys. This is for my guys. Ladies, if you're watching, just pay attention, because this could be your ex or the guy that never came to you because their ex fucked them up. And you're wondering, well, I thought we were supposed to be together. Well, fuck, he ended up having nothing. How could he come to you? He didn't want to be a burden, which is good, because you want him to align with God. You want him to come with his power. You don't want a burden. So you should be clapping like, hey, man, and don't give those nalgas out if you really love this guy. So for my guys, they could have took you to the cleaners and you can't believe it. And this is the point, man or woman at this point, they said, where you're being tested. God and the devil are rolling the dice, bitch, and they're playing craps and they're watching you. Are you gonna fucking become the hunter and fuck them up? Mm-hmm. For a man, when you take his ability to make money, he'd rather be castrated than taking his money. How does he support somebody? But the devil played hard right there. And if you're a man, you could be right here like, fuck, what am I gonna do? Baby, you're about to get into this energy because look, you're about to rebuild. And there's a woman watching. There's a woman watching you. And it might not be the one that you were supposed to go towards, because that bitch didn't fucking have the balls. Well, they're not supposed to have the balls, but I heard the courage to come and give you that little hand, because you could have gave them a little bit of boost when they needed it. But God wanted you to open your eyes. And there's another woman that God has for you that's been through the same process, baby. So they're going to be able to to be on the same level. Bitch, we'll both build together and stronger. And see, in the past, I don't care what age you're at, because some of you guys will infinite. I'm 48 years old. So what? If you still throw love out there and you trust in God, this is somebody trusting in God. That God has somebody for me. Guess what? There's gonna be a businessman coming and says, "Hey, you know what? Me and you could be a team. I could build out here. You handle the finances. Mira, así. Yeah. Aurora, what's going on? I'm telling you, we're all made, and so if you're in this energy, this is somebody from your past, and they could be like, fuck. And I'm telling you, you feel this way, but your person, if you're a man listening to this, you're a person that left you, their money's running out, and I guarantee you, because I just picked up a download, your ex seeing you move differently, like rebuilding, and you're becoming this, and they're like this, and like I'm getting this picture where they have your tarantaras with skid marks, and they haven't washed them, and they're going, and they're trying to do rituals, and amarres for you to come back, and they're dirty. You had skid marks because that day you might have had chorro, you might have ate at the wrong taco stand, bitch, and they're like this. How could I bring them back? But God is not allowing them. They had plenty of time to make their rights wrong, and look, we have gang and criminals with the shaman. For some of you guys, you could, and ladies, pay attention. You could be dealing with somebody that's coming towards you, and they were all of this. But why were they in here? And why were they criminals? Why? Because they knew how to make money. They're just doing it in the wrong way. And they have a choice. They have a choice right here. Do I go back to the same shit? Or do I put to work this mentality that God gave me? Like this shamanic right here. Do I use that to reinvent myself and help other people not fall into that same trap? And for my ladies, some of you guys are badass bitch. I heard Apache, I need a gangster bitch. Y'all need to go listen to that song. And you could be better than a motherfucker. And you're gonna meet somebody that's gonna match your energy. 77, look at that, 51 likes. It's 5:10 or 33 minutes in. Look, Avenger, for some of you guys, look, these clowns are coming back to you. Hey, you know what? I was sorry. I didn't mean it. Bitch, get out of here. You might let them suck your, but that's it. Man or woman, you might let them go down there, but some of you guys know you don't want their energy. Damn, we did good with these cards. Yeah, at the bottom of the deck, look, you're gonna deliver messages, and bitch, you're gonna look younger when you release everything. And guys, forgive me if I say it in a different way, but I had a hard time. Like, I had to tell God, I can't do this because I cuss, I'm ghetto, I like to smoke, I like to drink, but I like to be in control. And I was like, I don't know if I could do this. And he said, that's who I created you to be. Bitch, if I love the way I made you. I said, well, what about these fools that, once they come to you, they don't want to dance and they don't want to drink, and I'm fucking horny, God. You created me. Like, God left me in the oven too long. You know what I'm saying? Like that love oven. And he goes, God, I created you that way. And that's why you need to know who God created you to be. I don't tell people, hey, go and get involved with third-party situations. When I was in that shit, I loved both of them bitches. Yes, and their kids. With my kids and their kids, they still were my kids. And I went to God and priest, and it wasn't right. I told my priest, I said, well, how come David, King David had all kinds? He goes, Mijo, you're not King David. And I was like, what? But he was true. I wasn't King David. I felt young, and I had to learn that. And I got punished for it too. That's why I said I love my spiritual journey. So the discipline that God gave me, it was part of my mission so I could help other people. People tell me, hey man, I got this girl. I said, man, don't do it. You have a beautiful family. See, that's the kind of influence you are. You've been through shit, and when you do the work, you're not gonna influence people to do wrong. Now they have a choice, and you give them the opportunity. Your influence is like, hey, I've been down that road. It wasn't easy. It was selfish. At the end, the kids got hurt. Everybody, we all got hurt. And that's how your influence is so valuable, because nobody's perfect. We made mistakes. I say we. Yeah, you need, see, a guy needs a good ride or die. And dude, my women, don't get influenced by other people telling you, oh, leave that fucker because he cheated. No. When you met him, you probably took him, you grabbed his attention, and he could have been with somebody else. And there was something that you liked about his gangster ass. And you could be, guys, I have friends, I like different kinds. But the most gangster ones are my friends that are nerds, man. They're on the computer and they can fuck you up, bitch. Acá. And you don't even know his face. That's why I love all people. I respect all people. Because we came here to learn. To learn, like, from each other's, downfalls, what experiences we've been through. And when it comes to sex and love, God has placed me in there, because I'm not a person that you might think, oh, here's infinite out here and all that. But there's one thing that God was giving me these downloads. So many of us, we've been hurt either in other past lives or at an early age when it comes to love. When it comes to love. And that shit could carry on to when we're older. And then we wonder why we can't bond with your particular person. And you want to be sexual, you want to be nasty. And the older you get, I'm telling you, you're going to get nastier only with the correct person. So you could be dealing with somebody that is going through hormonal balances or something. Don't be afraid to open up. They got all kinds of shit. And some of you guys are meant to be freaks, like your partner and you're meant to be freaks, like within you guys. That's opening up, being vulnerable. Your kids are already, getting close to leaving the house. Y'all want to run butt naked in the house. That's freaky. Yes. Doing all, and just change the locks on the fucking doors, because they might pop in by accident and be like, what? That's for somebody. But love is very important when it comes to sexuality and you being open. And believe it or not, God has told me about you guys being open and vulnerable. And if that person is not willing to match your vibration when it comes to vulnerability, guys, be open and say, you know what? Federico, Federica, Marta, or whatever your name may be, I want to live a prosperous, joyful life. And you're not willing to compromise. Now, if you're a fucking lady and you want to poke your dude's asshole, he might not want that shit, You got to respect that, right, fellas? Like, fuck, watch out. I'm telling you. So, guys, this was a very good session for you guys. What else could I give you guys? I'm going to do this one right here. Mystic. I don't know why. I'm channeling, guys. That shit was weird, but look, you're watering your own garden, and it starts with watering yourself, purifying yourself. And purifying doesn't mean, oh, you got to get rid of your thoughts, of your fantasies and all that. No, you have to be with a person that wants to be with you. Like, I don't like to talk shit about none of my exes or baby mamas. Why? Because at one point we were connected. There was a reason we were there. And if you guys find yourself talking shit about your ex, really pull back and say, you know what? Infinite is right. At one point he was sexy, but then he turned gay. No, I'm just kidding. For some of you guys, maybe. And really look back. And I don't like to do that, because they're the children, they're the mother of my children, and Yeah, she could have been a bitch at the end because of the jealousy, but that was, she did the best for herself at that moment. And when you start to look at things like, bitch, why did you do that? You didn't even have to go there. And I had to tell my kids, you know, mijo, mija, your mom did what she thought was best at that moment. Do I agree with it? Hell the fuck no. And they were like, you're right, papi. I said, I can't sit there and be like, no, she did what was best for her in that moment, whether I liked it or not. And some of you guys might relate to that, or you will. You'll be like, you know what? Yeah, you know, if she took me to court for extra child support, it's because she knows she fucked up and she can't do it on her own, but she has pride, or it may be for other reasons. But I want you guys to really look at it at a different angle and say, you know what, they did it. They did the best they could at that moment for whatever needs they needed, you know? And you take your power back. You take your power back. So even if I was with the other woman that I didn't have kids, I raised them. At one point, you know, their father wasn't there, and guess what? I wasn't sitting there. Oh, your dad was an ass. No, there was points where they didn't even know. They could have been. They were locked up. He was locked up, and I would get presents and put his name on there because I know I've been a kid before, and I've been, you know, my dad was absent also when I was young, and for reasons. You know, he moved to New Jersey when we were in California to work. Entonces, as a child, you know how important that is to feel that love, even if it's not communicated. So, I would give the gifts and put their name of their dad, and you know what? Mad respects. Could their dad get pissed off? Of course. Which man is not going to get mad? But if he looks at it from a higher perspective, he could sit back and say, man, that was fucking cool as fuck. Why do I say that? Because I told my kids, and I even told my ex, if you're gonna get with a vato, a new person, make sure it's somebody that is gonna uplift our kids, not just you riding this fucking dick all night. No, make sure that he's gonna be somebody that is gonna uplift them, encourage them to be better people, and not to be pervin. You have to be having that discernment. I told her. Because those kids are under your supervision, and if the motherfucker's a pervert, then he has a problem with me. But, you know, like I said, we all come here to learn. All right, let's see. What do you need to know from this deck for my collector? Real connections. Honor your divine essence and seek support for or from communities. I find my spirit tribe. And then you have golden map. When you align your desires with spirit's plan, you are truly blessed. And they want you to do this as an affirmation. I fulfilled my true purpose. Guys, these two things right here, if you're on my channel regularly, and even if you research back, go back when I started and in the middle, and you'll realize something. Because some people will tell me like, Infinite, you fall off and you do this. I said, no, I listen to spirit. I listen to God. He is my provider. I don't give a fuck. I was complaining earlier about my subscriptions, you know, whether they're going up or down. And, you know, a lot of you guys that do content, it's like YouTube be messing with us. And God said, don't even worry about that. I provide for you. And the people that support you, when you live in this faith, in this strong faith within you, and I've said it before, and God taught me, like, when you believe and you trust that what I told you, I will bless those who bless you, and I will curse those who curse you. When you really embody that, guess what? Everything comes to you. The correct people will bless you, and they will be blessed. And the ones that try to curse you, they will be cursed. And you don't even got to lift a finger. Exodus 14:14. And you don't have to take that. You don't have to believe me. Go to God, and when you start to trust God, and I tell you, go to God because I'm not perfect, but let God, you create that bond, and you start to walk in the way He created you to walk, so you influence people in the way you are meant to. And guess what? You're gonna believe me, because me and you might not be eye to eye on our beliefs, but we walk similar with the same God, and we're meant to attract the people, which is our real soul tribe, real connections. I'm telling you. So I like that. The moon, the sun could mean something, and look, these stars. I recently asked God, for a sign with shooting stars, and it was towards a particular person when it comes to love. So maybe some of you guys are doing the same thing. And look, this is the last card. It says pathway beyond. Release what no longer serves you and step into the unknown. I am open to new things. You guys, I haven't heard from my kids, and it's been a while. And it's crazy because I love my baby girl, but for some reason, and this is gonna help somebody. I think somebody told me, "Oh, my kid doesn't love me," and I want to tell you, I go through the same situation. I love my baby girl. I love her. She's my chula and everything. And for some reason, she doesn't respond to my texts and everything. So the last couple of days, when I saw that text message, or one of you guys that had put that in the comments, it made me kind of almost feel bad. And then I lifted myself, and I had to realize she is gonna do what she thinks is best for her. Yes, she's gonna do what she thinks is best for her. Am I gonna lose love? No. Do I really want her to come around? Of course. But I'm learning. God is teaching me how to be patient. And it could be hard and it could be easy, because I learned when God taught me patience, I didn't sit around. I like to educate myself on healing, overcoming these things, because when God sets me free, in the sense of where I don't have to study that much, bitch, I'ma be out here acting a fool. Because I love to have fun with the correct people. I said, Lord, bring me high vibrational pussy, nalgas. My killer, there you go. All right, let's see. Sandra, look what flipped out. Shedding. You could be shedding. You guys could be shedding this old, and really not old is what I heard. You could be shedding a way that you express yourself. Yeah, she is. She's already 18, 19. But look at this. You're learning how to shed yourself. And I feel that it's not like you're shedding, oh, I'm gonna be somebody else, because you're always who you are. You're just learning how to control yourself, how to turn that negative energy to positive. And you could be cooking, like you're really, with this pot right here, you're learning how to alchemize, like experiment. And this is part of you coming here. This is what God brought you here, for you to have free will to experiment, to make mistakes. Because otherwise, if you're just square, like, oh, I can't do this, I can't do that, God doesn't want that. No, you need to go and, oh, I made this mistake, and get your ass back up and be like, God, forgive me. I know it was a bad idea, but I had to try it. So you're learning. You're learning how to shed your self-beliefs, your limited beliefs. I feel like you're introducing yourself to your own self. You look in the mirror and you could be like, damn, I am finer than a motherfucker. I am sexy. I am gorgeous. I am just, so I feel that. But let's see what it says. Alchemist, using witchcraft, occult, and learning God's secrets, transform the situation. So maybe in the past you were, you could have been a snake. You could have been the black mamba from fucking Africa. You could have been one that was like, bitch, I'll get you back. And you're learning how to say, no, I'm not going to do that no more. I'm going to give it to God. And I'm going to get out of my comfort zone. And for a lot of you guys, your comfort zone is letting go and letting God handle it. And instead, you're turning that negative shit into good shit. Yes, you're helping other people how to shed or how to come out of this negative energy. Because, man, have you been around people that are negative? Because some of us have been there. All of us have been through that phase. Negative like a motherfucker. Yes. And you're like, you know what? It's not even worth it. I want to live life. So that's good. If you're entering Halloween, and Halloween is fun because you can scare the shit out of people, but now you're gonna scare them to where they're happy, they're joyful. Yeah, I'm telling you, during COVID, my ex had me getting locked up like crazy because it was the same people. We look at each other and be like, "Bitch, are you in here again?" Yeah, and they're like, "I don't even know why." The same people. I like, yeah, it was crazy, and I would always get out, and God was my, Jesus was my attorney. I was getting out. Let's see, one more. Look at this, wealth, because you do the work, cabrones, because you do the work. Look at this, and they called you a fucking snake. Fuck them. If they call you a snake, you're a badass fucking scary looking snake. And that's good because look, because you trusted in God, look, and because you let go of the witchcraft, the negative, oh, let me get a tick for tack. Fuck that, you start to walk right here, look. And this could be all darkness and you're lighting up the path. And then you were worried, I'm gonna be alone. No, look, you're with God. It says right here, wealth. You are moving towards real wealth and prosperity. Keep up the great work. Brian, I'm telling you, you got it. Claim this energy. Claim it, baby. Claim that wealth. You know what? And you could have this. Like if somebody wants to try you, you could be like, bitch, I'm gonna give you the opportunity to walk away and let me be. This is you being the alchemist. You telling somebody. And guys, when it comes to love, I want you to do one thing. If you haven't yet, you tell the person, this is what I expect. These are my expectations. This is what makes me happy. This is what I expect from you. And let them tell you, and then both of you compromise. Some of you guys could be born in the year of 75. Or year 70. And look, expression. Because when you express, then you're not gonna be let down. And both of you guys could be like, you know what? You were bold enough to tell me this. And guess what? People, you build a tighter bond. And nobody will cross your limits because both of you guys will be walking towards wealth. And I feel like you guys are going to meet somebody that's going to be bold that way. He's going to talk to you that way. And you're going to be like, yes, I can build with you. Yes. Yeah. This person could be a helping hand, something about a palm tree. But for some of you guys, you might think this bitch has he could be a male whore, a gigolo, but no, he's been pinche Manuela. His hand's on fire. He needs you. He's exhausted from using his hand. He wants to share his resources. And it could be a woman too. Investments, look, for both of you guys, and will have positive results that will bring prosperity. Invest wisely. And for a lot of you guys, put the money, materialistic thing to the side. Work on yourself first. When you work within, like this is your temple, guess what? Then you start to radiate wealth, generosity, love, and you also attract the correct person. And anybody that wants to come with you, with this sunshine, I could be this, you have the discernment to know if it's going to be successful or not. Why? Because you embody this energy. And when you embody this energy, they try to touch you, their hand could get on fire. No, bitch, because your vibration is too high and they can't meet up to you. Yeah, they can't be on your level. Okay, one last thing. All right, we're gonna give you this last message for the collective right now. Yeah. Give them an ultimatum. Give them a couple of days. I give you 2 weeks for that Capricorn, you know. And in 2 weeks, when you take your energy back without being vindictive, guess what? That person will have an idea. Oh, you know what? I may be fucking up, and let him talk to you. And that's where you have the opportunity to say, you know what, Capricorn, I forgive you for the past. Because when you forgive, it makes you have more power. It makes you feel free, like you create freedom. And you could say, look, I forgive the past, but from here on, this is what I need, because both of us need to be on the same, you know, same path to the same vision. And if you can't, man, I gotta move on. And when you let people go easy that way and let them choose, because remember, they gotta do what's best for them, and so do you. And if they can't compromise, both of you guys can't compromise, then they're not meant for you. And always go to God. Tell God, give me a sign. Is this person really changed? Is this person really gonna be the one? And wait for that. Wait for that sign. Make it rare, the sign. 3 shooting stars or 1 or something. And sit back and smile. Even if it's not what you wanted, smile and be grateful that, okay, God, at least you're here and you're going to guide me in a different direction. So you got these 2 messages as I split. You are a creative and clever little fucker. This is what God is telling you. And when you have a communication with God this way, you're going to always be happy, joyful, and you're to communicate with God. You know, this is God telling you, you are a creative and little fucker. He created you. And look, you are so much fun to be around. Imagine you and somebody running around butt naked. Yes, just for the hell of it. Like your person, like I picture myself with somebody, we could be like 80 years old and we're still horny old farts. That's what I have in my heart. I want that match, you know? Yes. I don't know, maybe I'm weird. Some of you guys could relate. Look, you are making a significant difference in the lives of people around you. What did I say? The influence card came out. Greetings, greetings, greetings. Okay, and this is gonna be the last one, guys. You kick ass. I love you guys too. This is the last one. You are going to make this a good day. Be as bold as you want. What did I tell you? If this reading didn't tell you everything, I don't know what else to tell you. And guys, when you, because I feel like a lot of you guys, you're entrepreneurs or you're linked to somebody that is, maybe you're a helper to them. It could be a spouse or a sibling or a friend, but you bring this energy that brings prosperity. Prosperity. And when you get in touch with the divine, with God, and he has you doing things in a crazy way, like I experiment. There's times that I did videos where God was like, play this, okay. And then I see reactions and I didn't understand, but it was a way of him helping me learn how everything balances out. Who am I influencing? Or not me, because I give God all the glory, guys. So if I ever forget to give God the glories, always remember, in this channel, God comes first. And I apologize if I don't say it, but guys, that's what I have for you. Happy morning, happy morning. I can't even talk. This was a whole hour. Thank you, Lord. Look, some of you guys, look. What do you guys get from this? Somebody, you know, the people that help somebody fight against you, they're leaving them. They're like, bitch, you were full of shit, man or woman. They're leaving them. And why? Because they're watching you going towards all your dreams. So this person gathered all these people and lied, and they came against you. And here you are towards your dreams. You're like, fuck, you're not even fighting them. You always were meant. Some of you guys are moving towards love. And that's why I heard they're panicking. Now I gotta get off this live, guys. Thank you, everybody that invested their time right now with me. Guys, thank you. Peace, love, and abundance to all of you guys. And you guys are gonna enter October and the way you guys want to enter. So make sure you meditate, release, let go of the past. And instead of getting Halloween kind of scary, make it, look, my pancakes are right here. I'm at the IHOP. Yes, there you go. 10:20, baby. No, I'm at the IHOP. Some of you guys enter October, like do this challenge, like from here to the end of the year, especially during Halloween. Get into your spirit of love and be like a trickster, maybe playful, loving, scare the fuck out of somebody, but do it out of love. All right, guys. Blessings, Glenda, Justin, NYC, Alicia, Aurora, yes. La Puerta's new NYC Vice, baby, yes. Guys, the FBI, I know about those fuckers. They could never catch me because God protects me. I'm telling you. Erica, yes. God bless you too. Rocky. Yeah, I know about kicking doors down, yeah. Justin, yes. No, I'm done with those already. Good night, guys. Good morning to my people in the future. I need to go to that side of town. Oiga, ¿sí me traen? Can I get an iced tea?
Yeah.
Por favor.
Unsweet, right?
Unsweet, please. Thank you. Justin, okay, guys. We'll see you guys. Have a good night, good morning. To Rocky, what's going down? Bendiciones, hermano. Have a wonderful day, you guys too. Thank you. Cuidado mucho, Diana Reyes.